Hey everyone, this is Limited Power with some game reviews from the Fall Tournament Series final. We're going to take a look at the two semifinal games and the finals matchup. This series started last September and included over 20 tournaments and 100 unique players. I had a lot of fun hosting this and running the event. It culminated in a single elimination tournament with the winner taking home a copy of the upcoming Shifting Sands expansion that will be coming out through Kickstarter. Hey everyone, this is Limited Power with the second semifinal from the Fall Tournament Series single elimination tournament. This matchup is between Yucywoc and Cokeeiskalt. Be sure to check out the videos for the other semifinal matchup as well as the event final. For this game, let's start by taking a look at the opening spell pool, which includes Overload, Growth, Gleam of Hope, Doomdrop, Trance State, Renewed Fervor, Shared Power, Force of Nature, Eclipse, and Possessed. Looking at these opening spells, I think the big combo here is Growth and Doomdrop. Force of Nature is a great 2-for-4 damage spell with Renewed Fervor being on the board, potential to combo that with later spells as well. The first choice here is going to be to Yucywoc. See what they go with. They're going to take Force of Nature to start that off. And then it's going to go over to Coke, and they're going to take Shared Power. Shared Power is a really good regeneration spell. You can cast it every turn and pick up 2 mana. Back over to Yucky. They are going to take Tsunami, another good potential 2-for-4 damage spell here. And then it bounces over to Coke for the first full turn for them. They're going to take Doomdrop, potentially setting up taking Growth on their next turn. We'll see. They will go ahead and cast Shared Power, get some more mana. Not a great draw for them. They'll put some cards on Doomdrop and pass it back over. So Yucky will take Gleam of Hope to get some mana generation. Force of Nature for 4. The full Gleam of Hope draw. And then getting 3 from Tsunami. So not a bad first turn there. We'll have to see, are they going to decide to keep the 4 power mana for using with Tsunami later on, or just discard it for the basic? They are going to discard it for the basic. Now it bounces back to Cokeeiskalt. Options here, Growth is right there and is a great combo card. The other option would be to draft Renewed Fervor as a blocker. And that is the route they're going to go. They're going to take that. Doesn't really do anything for them in this case, but it will prevent Yucywoc from comboing in with Force of Nature and Tsunami. They'll go ahead and cast Shared Power and then discard for a basic attack. So it comes back over to Yucky. There's some options here. They could take Growth to deny the combo with Doomdrop. They could look at taking Eclipse, potentially. There's not a whole lot of positives for them on the board now that Renewed Fervor was taken. And they will do the Growth counter draft. Load it up and just hit for the pumped up basic attack. Back to Cokeeiskalt. I'll take Overload to get the 3 damage off of Growth, casting Shared Power. Not a lot of high damage here, hoping to get that for Doomdrop, and they'll discard a basic for 2. Goes back over to Yucky. They will take Hoodwink. They'll be able to get at least 4 damage off this turn and potentially more going forward, depending on how Cokeeiskalt uses Doomdrop. They'll get the 4 off of Force of Nature, 3 again from Tsunami, recasting Gleam of Hope. the 4 from Hoodwink, and then a 4 from their basic. So that's a pretty good attack round there. Up by 15 as they hand it back to Cokeeiskalt. Coke has an interesting choice here. I really like Eclipse in this spot. Could get them the chance to pile up on Force of Nature or Tsunami and sort of break up that 2-turn combo. Fury could also work well here to get 5 damage off. Let's see which route they're going to go. They take Vile Laughter, which they can then load up some high power mana on Doom Drop, which is helpful, and then come back and cast Vile Laughter to get 5. Then play in with Shared Power, hoping to get something big for their basic attack. They do hit some big cards here with 3 and 4. Get some solid damage. That's one of the downsides of Vile Laughter is it can really cut into your basic, but when you have the extra mana to cast a regeneration spell and draw more. Going back over to Yucywoc again, this is a rough board. I'm not sure which route they're going to want to go here. Fury is a possibility. Eclipse. You don't really want Possessed when you're on growth. You don't have a good target right now for second strike, and it kind of works against Force of Nature. They're going to end up taking Symbiosis, maybe to try to switch out Gleam of Hope in the future. Not a bad time to take it to draw a lot of cards, but not much comes from it. They'll discard a 2 for a 3 basic attack. So to go back over to Coke, they are going to take Eclipse now. They have plenty of regeneration from Shared Power to be able to cast this without an issue. There's some high power mana cards at the bottom of the deck. They are all going to go onto Force of Nature and Tsunami, spreading those out to try and break up that combo to lessen the value from Force of Nature. Shared Power, draw some more. Overload will get 3. Interesting here, they could have taken Eclipse and put all of the mana onto 1 card, so maybe put it all onto Tsunami. Could have gotten extra damage off of that. Comes back over to Yucywoc, and at this point I think you're probably just casting Growth, maybe Symbiosis, trying to switch out Gleam of Hope on your next turn. Take the 5 from the basic, be happy with that. Seems pretty good. Coke is going to switch out Fatal Flaw. Ooh, this could be spicy because they placed the 4 on top of Tsunami. See if they remember that it's there. And they do. They get the 5 damage from that. That can be hard when you're playing in a turn-based game like this tournament was set up as. Sometimes you have a couple hours or maybe even a day between turns. So to remember that the 4 was on Tsunami in that location. Good forethought by Coke there. And then a basic for 4. Coming back over to Yucywoc. Again, options here, maybe kind of rough. I could see taking Fracture. You could then move the card off of Tsunami to get the full 4 from Force of Nature, as well as hopefully 4. I guess they can't really get 4 here off of Tsunami because 3 are in the discard and 1 is on Tsunami, so they're not going to get that 4th one. But it would allow you to at least cast both of them on the same turn again by running Fracture here. Other options, Fury. Coke is filled up with 6 spells with mana. Again, you don't want Possessed. Death Spiral's not doing anything for you. Trance State won't work. They are going to take Fury, so they should be able to get the full 6 from that. And I would think looking to switch out Hoodwinked here as well. They're going to go ahead and cast it. Guess interesting choice to get the 2 damage. Looking over at Cokeeiskalt board, Not sure if you'll be able to get through all of their turn or not. 2 comes off a Doom drop. There's 4 from Fury. 5 from Vile Laughter. They're going to get to redraw from Shared Power, and that is going to be enough with the 3 from the basic. Yeah, it could have been interesting there on Yuckywoc's last turn if they had decided to not cast Fury, not cast Hoodwink. The most damage, maybe even not cast Force of Nature, just hold for a turn. Could have cast Symbiosis to grab some more mana, and then potentially moved into Bloodlust, swapping out Hoodwink on their next turn. Not quite sure what kind of damage you would have gotten off of Fury, because obviously Cokeeiskalt would have had a different setup, but would have saved at least 4 damage from Overload, and then Yucky might have had another turn there in order to try and bring a big damage turn from Bloodlust. Again, it's impossible to really know what the outcome would be, but potentially another line of play that could have happened. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, there was another semifinal matchup as well as a final coming up where Cokeeiskalt will be taking on the winner from the other match. TTR.